Hello everyone. Today let us speak about mindful eating. Whenever we talk about food, we just think about its calories, its nutritional benefits, and we forget that food has much greater role to play. Every culture has a rich tradition of food, and food has a role to connect us emotionally and socially. We all have experienced when the food is absolutely delicious, we almost tend to say it is soul satisfying. So, food has such a great role to play. And that is why mindful eating becomes so necessary to identify that food has a greater role to play than just nutrition. The nutrition qualities of food is completely obtained only when we are enjoying the food and not just eating with the guilt. To practice mindful eating, the first important thing is to know why are we eating. That is, we should eat food only when we are hungry. We usually snack so much in between that when the proper timing of the meal arrives, we are not hungry and we are just mechanically eating our food, which is leading to a lot of issues. The next aspect of mindful eating is what are we eating? What are we eating is not just counting calories. It's not about the carbohydrates, proteins, or fats. First thing is to identify whether we are eating natural foods or nature identical flavoring substances or the packaged foods or the ultra processed foods. So we should keep in mind that we should always eat naturally sourced foods. When we are eating a natural source food, the next thing is to think about a balanced diet, whether we are consuming all the nutrients in our meal. And when we speak about mindful eating, the next one is the most important. That is, how are we eating our food? In our busy schedules, we have a habit of just grabbing a sandwich or a roll and stuffing our faces with food when we are late to work. In this hustle culture, we forget that food has to be eaten calmly by sitting in a place which is clean and quiet. Every culture has importance of food. In every culture and tradition, it is said that we have to offer prayers before eating our food. Prayer before the food is a sign of gratitude for the food we have in our plate, recognizing the efforts of people who are responsible for this plate of food. We have often heard by our parents or grandparents that do not speak a lot while eating, do not watch TV while eating. That is the most important thing. We should not indulge ourselves by looking onto screens and just gulping our food or just talking. The binge eating is leading us to many disorders like obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and much more, even psychological disorders. The ideal way to eat food is first we have to look at the sight of the food. We have to see what we have in our plate, how beautiful it looks, what are the variations of colors, how does it appear, what has been added to our food. And the next is the smell. We have to enjoy the fragrance of the food. And along with the fragrance, next comes the taste of the food. Only when we practice mindful eating, we can observe the taste, texture of the food. And the next important thing is to chew our food properly. Generally, during binge eating or eating in a hurry, we forget to chew our food and we are just gulping our food. After chewing our food, and the final thing is to take a pause and feel the food. After having our meal, if we take a pause, only then we will know if we are full or not, if we require an extra roti or not. When we eat our food by seeing the sight, smell, taste, and feeling of the food while being calm, we can understand the signals of the satiety center that whether we are full or not. Generally, we hear from people that we have to eat 80% full. We have to eat until we are half full. How do we know if we are half full or 80% full? We usually say there is always a room for dessert, but if you practice mindful eating, there won't be room for any other extra foods. You might be thinking right now, is eating food so complicated? Should we sit down, think so much before eating? You need not stress. Just start with one meal a day, or one snack a day, or one bite of food a day. Try to observe your food and eat it slowly. Then you can actually know that you're enjoying your food. Mindful eating is not only an exercise for our mind, but you can cut down many of the foods which are unhealthy for your body just by doing mindful eating. Our body knows it right, that what do we need right now, what is its dietary requirements. You can right now do an experiment by just taking a piece of your fast food or your chips and a piece of fruit. Practice mindful eating while eating both of these items, and I can definitely bet you that you will enjoy eating your fruit more than the piece of the fast food. This is an extremely important benefit of mindful eating, that it does not allow us to eat junk food. It does not allow us to eat unhealthy food which is actually not good for our body. We will start enjoying the healthy foods around us, and we can also be free from the guilt which the diet culture is giving us, because we are truly enjoying our food. What I am speaking about is just not philosophy. It is clinically proven that by practicing mindful eating, people have reduced their blood sugar levels, their cholesterol levels, even there is a reduction in body weight. So the next meal you're eating, ask yourself these questions. First is, why am I eating? The second one is, what am I eating? And third is, how am I eating? Don't forget to see your food, taste your food, smell your food, chew properly, and most importantly, stay away from the screens. Eat in a calm, quiet place without any disturbance. And I'm sure you are going to enjoy your food like never before. Try and experience yourself the benefits of mindful eating, and let me know what was your experience. Wishing you health, happiness, and love.